Welcome to my Rhino Prime PvP build. I want to go over the build I use primarily when I play as Rhino, and keep in mind that I do use melee primarily, and as always, a big sword. That's what I like to use. So, getting right into it, the meat of the build here, I'm going to go over the movement abilities, what I call movement abilities anyway. So you have On Guard, immune to knockdown for 8 seconds after being knocked down. This is a crucial mod. If you don't have it, get it. Just like this one. Immune to stagger for 8 seconds after being staggered. Again, 8 seconds is a long time, especially in Warframe. So to have immunity for stagger and knockdown is fantastic. You don't have to get locked down, knockdown, lockdown. In PvP, it's very helpful because it is super annoying to be consistently knocked down in a match and you can't get up to save yourself. Maglev goes without saying, plus 30% slide. You're going to go real far, which means you're going to cover ground faster, which means you're going to be harder to hit, so on and so forth. And of course, the other one, fast deflection, plus 90% shield recharge. That just means your shields are going to recharge 90% faster. Definitely a must. Alright, moving on. Rhino, right here with hasten steps, increases sprint speed by 10% and reduces shield capacity by 25. So this leaves Rhino with 125 shields, but gives you a little bit boost to your sprint speed. I like that because I'm a melee user, so I like being pretty quick. Quick charge, again, goes really well with fast deflection, minus 20% shield recharge delay. So that means you have 20% less time, or however you want to say it, in between when your shields go down to when they actually start recharging. So that shortens that time, and then fast deflection shortens the amount of time it actually takes to fully charge them. Surplus diverters gain 6 energy upon replenishing shields completely after they have been deactivated. So I'm sure you're kind of starting to see a pattern here with fast deflection, quick charge, and surplus diverters. You get shields knocked down, you do your awesome parkour 2.0 and get those shields back up, gain some energy. Second to last, and I guess not least, is overcharged with 2 dots. Up to 25 respawn energy converted at 140% to overshields. Overshields don't recharge, they just start at the beginning of the match, so that's just a little buffer I like. And the biggest part of this build is actually the augment mod, Iron Shrapnel. And you've probably seen some other videos online of people using Iron Shrapnel in PvE. I'm not sure if there's any out there in PvP, but essentially it's an AoE knockdown with a puncture attack, and it is awesome. I have just got the Sancti Tigris. I've yet to use it in PvP actually, but I just got it.
Operator.
Lock and load, 20% clip reloaded per second when holstered. So basically when you put the shotgun away, it's only got 2 bullets anyway, and so it reloads. Hydraulic chamber, just a little less recoil. This negative 2.5% capacity for the magazine does not affect where it's at right now, and that's why it's unmodded right now, or not unmodded, not leveled up yet. And then of course soft hands, 200% holster rate. So that's going to get your gun in and out twice as fast, and it is definitely a must if you're actually using ranged weapons. Vasto, I have two secondaries that I use, and I'll go over the other one, which is the Lex Prime, in a second. Blind Shot gives you 45% speed, a little less accuracy. Vasto is a lot of running gunning, so that's why I have that on there. Suppress pretty much goes on everything because it doesn't take up any mods, and you've got so many points available. Reflex Draw, 200% holster rate, just like the shotgun, in and out real quick, lickety split. Hydraulic Barrel, less recoil and less magazine capacity. Again, this just brings your magazine capacity, and this is fully maxed, from 6 bullets, I believe, to 5. So again, and it's a pretty quick reload speed, so that's why I have that on there. Alright, and so the idea behind the synergy between this gun and this gun, if you're running these, is that you fire 2 shots and holster that, you empty 5 shots, and you can either switch to your melee full on to channel, or you can switch back and at least you'll have 1 bullet left. Anyway, so let me go into my second secondary that I primarily use, which is Lex Prime. And again, it's going to be kind of similar, but a little bit different. As you can see, the suppress is in there. Again, Hydraulic Barrel, Reflex Draw, just kind of like go-to mods for any PvP build in my opinion. And then I actually put Hawkeye. I don't put Hawkeye on all of my weapons in PvP because you know, you zoom in and now you can't see your target or you're running or whatever. I usually use the Lex Prime as like a sniper rifle, which is why I have the 60% zoom. So again, I go back and forth between Lex and Vasto on Rhino. We moved into what I use the most, which is the Galatine. I use it the most in PvE. I use it the most in PvP. I've just loved this sword ever since it came out in early beta. Of course, the Grand, which looked like a large plasma sword, I was using that. And then, of course, this came out, and who doesn't love a giant hero sword? So anyway, I've been using Tempo Royale as a melee stance. Works great. The combo where you have to hit the right mouse button is what I like to use. It's a little bit faster. Lets you get in those 3 hits you need. Now, in my experience, channeling while attacking is the only way to kill somebody in less than 3 hits. And that's usually 2-3 hits, unless, of course, you land directly on them from the air. And I have a couple of videos displaying that fun little tactic. And I don't care what all you running gunners say, I still love melee, and I always have, and I just really enjoy this game because it has both. And you really have the opportunity to choose between range or up-close personal melee. So moving forward, the stance, martial magnetism, there's some debate on the forums about whether you need this or not. I do use this, as you can also see. I also have Relentless Assault, which increases the fire rate or the swing speed by 20%. The swings are so slow with the heavy weapons that this really helps. It just really helps follow your target. You know, when you got somebody running away, and you get in that 2-meter range and lock on, and you follow them, versus if you get within that 2-meter range and you don't follow them, it's very easy to not get that kill. So I highly recommend this for heavy weapons. I only use heavy weapons, and I have no experience using this mod on anything else. Explosive Demise. Enemies killed will deal 300 damage shortly after death and explode. Super fun mod. I love how I die and then I'll kill the guy that killed me because he came up to get the Oro, and then he got hit by 300 points of awesome sauce. So highly recommend this one just for fun anyway. It is what it is. Serrated Edges. Okay, so serrated edges, the difference between this mod and what you normally see in PvE is that you'll see it converts 20% of damage into puncture. So that does not mean it's increasing your puncture damage by 20%, so do not get confused. If you look at my stats up here, impact, puncture, slash, if I take this off, you see the slash went up to 106.9, puncture dropped to 2.8. So if you go 106.9 right here, that's where we're at now, we take puncture, put this in here. So now it dropped to 85.5, but our puncture is now at 24.8. And after reading some information on the forums, this is what I've been running mostly, just to have some extra puncture damage in the Galatine. And I actually run this on the Gram as well, which actually gives you a really even spread between puncture and slash damage. And the last melee mod I have at the moment, I haven't finished getting all the melee mods, I don't believe, is blocking. Reduces damage taken from enemy abilities by 60%. So this has actually saved my life a couple times, because you're blocking over half, just over half the damage of anyone's number 4 or any ability for that matter. Alright guys, well that's about it. This was my Rhino Prime build. If you have any questions or comments or anything of the above, just let me know and I will try to answer them.